All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Well, I got a burr under my saddle.
We talk, you listen.
Somebody that's going to take an innocent life is not mentally insane?
You know them.
Time to nut up or shut up.
You love to hate them.
It's the Denton and Sasquatch Show.
You're a good team.
Can I bring my AR-15 next time?
Sure.
Yes.
This place is half talk show, half weird daycare. I love it.
You can't handle the truth.
Hello and welcome once again to the Denton and Sasquatch Show, coming to you from both California and Alabama. My name is Sasquatch. I'm out here in California. Then I got my buddy Denton. He's over in Alabama. Hello.
Hello. How are you doing tonight, Sasquatch?
I am doing okay, except for melting because it's hotter than crap right now, but I'm doing good. What about you?
Oh, well, that's what I understand. What is 115 degrees there, or 115,000 degrees?
Feels like 115,000. It was 115 yesterday, yes.
Wow. Well, I'm okay, except for I let my wife make me a drink.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. As you know, I've been sober for quite a while, but it's that time of the month, and I let the wife have some gin. I thought, that sounds tasty.
Wait,
but then I forgot.
We talking
What?
your time of the month or her time of the month?
Her time of the month.
Oh, okay.
I have no time of the month. Every day is my time of the month. In this case, it was her time of the month. And I said, sure, make me a drink. As I'm reading the news, trying to prepare for this, the bitch has one heavy hand.
All right.
You know how I always say it'd be fun if we got together one drunken night and made a podcast?
Yeah.
Well, this is my half the night. Ha ha.
You're fired.
My gosh. I just want some fluid. Anyway, yes. So here I am. Hopefully I'm not destructive to the podcast. So what's going on? Burp.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I didn't allude. I actually said it earlier that it was hot. It's been hot. I haven't slept in 3 days because it's just too damn hot. And I think I've mentioned here before that my parents are, well, they're cheap.
Frugal?
Yes, I love them to death, but they're cheap. They will not turn on the air conditioning. What's that?
Frugal.
Yes, frugal.
I ain't saying them.
All right. So today, it's super hot, and I can't stand it anymore. So I think, you know what? I'm just going to get in my car and drive. I got AC, so jump in the truck and just drive. Had no idea where I was going. And as I did, as soon as I turn my car on, song on the radio comes on, and I think, this is like the soundtrack song to my life.
Cheap Trick.
No, this is White Snake. Here I go again.
Witty Snaka.
The what?
Witty Snaka.
Witty Snaka?
Witty Snaka.
I have no idea what that means.
Well, I never told you about Witty Snaka?
No.
Well, play the song and I'll tell you afterwards.
I already played it.
Oh, dang. I didn't hear it.
Well, anyway.
At one point, yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, I was going to say, you know, that song, Here I Go Again on My Own, you know, down the lonely road I've ever known, blah, blah, blah.
Right, yes.
Sort of the soundtrack to my life. And then I thought, well, there's got to be a soundtrack to Denton's life.
Uh-oh. Through the tulips. Tiny Tim. You're a jerk.
I know. Actually, I figured, I don't know, Skinner or something would probably be more your song. I just thought that was funny.
Of course, you know I was alive when that song came out, right?
I'm sure you were.
Yeah, so bite me, bitch.
Well, okay, so that got me thinking. Here's the challenge to our listeners. We want to know what your soundtrack to song to your life is. So email us at dentonandsasshow@gmail.com. You don't have to give us your name. Just give us a handle or a moniker or whatever you want, and then tell us what song. And the next show, we'll play some of those songs. I think it's interesting. Interesting to see what people think of their soundtrack. So
If you think you may have the same song as I do, I will give you a hint that it is a Leonard Skinner song.
All right.
Go for it.
Who, me?
Anybody.
Oh, okay. Yeah, anybody right
Not now, yes. Email.
Yes, you can contact us, dentonsasshow@gmail.com. The YouTube site is back up. I'm putting the podcast back on there, so to tell us on there if you want, or hit us up at prepperforums.net.
Exactly.
So there you go. Let us know. We want to know what your soundtrack is. So anyways, what a snicka? What is that?
Whittisnaka.
There you go.
Well, back in the late 80s, I was stationed at a missile site in the United States Army, and the closest PX was 2.5 hours away, and we would take turns going there via the mail truck. And I went to the PX, and I was coming back in the mail truck, and I was there with the supply sergeant, a black guy. And if you went to the PX, you would find out what everybody wanted. You'd get it for them. You'd come back, and they would pay you, and you'd give it to them. And the supply sergeant was riding bitch because I wasn't going to. And he looked in my bag of stuff, and on top of it was a CD from Whitesnake. Sorry. And he picked it up, he looked at it, and he goes, "Who is Whittisnaka?" I took it from him. I said it was a racist thing he wouldn't understand. Anyway, yep, there we go.
So he couldn't even read, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, if you've never heard before, you just looked at the letters and they didn't mean anything to you. It would look like Whittisnaka. I understood where he's coming from. It didn't stop me from having a little fun with him, but still.
You're fired.
Anyway, there you go.
We have a bunch of brilliant people around us, don't we?
They vote too.
Yeah, that's
Speaking
the
of
scary
which,
part. Yes.
You realize come Tuesday thereabouts that Donald Trump is going to be offering his nomination for Supreme Court Justice.
Yes, I do. It's very exciting.
I think it's a great thing. Yes. Who are you for?
I don't know. I don't really have a pick.
Really? Why? How come?
Because I never looked at his list of possible candidates.
Well, I did, and I was like, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I think that any of them would be okay. But there's one that really stood out and screamed at me.
In a good way or bad way?
Oh, in a good way. And I'm rooting for her, Amy Coney Barrett. Now, there's two reasons I'm screaming for Amy Coney Barrett. And if you people are listening and you have an email address for the White House, which you do, please tell President Trump that Denton says to nominate Amy Coney Barrett. And these are the two reasons why right now.
All right.
One, it's a she. Well, what difference does that make you chauvinist? Well, hold on. Look. Liberals are always screaming that conservatives are, what's that word, misogynistic or misogynistic or whatever it is?
Yes, misogynistic.
We don't like women?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thanks. Well, Amy is a she.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a she. She ain't a pretend she. She's not like a he, she's a she. Okay? So she's a she.
I like she.
And the other thing is that she's, well, I do too. She's are great. He, she's, not so much, but she's are great. The other thing is she's Catholic. Well, Denton, I thought you were Protestant. I am. I'm very much so Protestant. But Amy is very much Catholic.
All right,
which is
though,
still,
before you go on, though, I got to ask, because the Pope has been very progressive lately. So is she Pope class? I can't even talk today. Pope Catholic, or is she Catholic?
No. The Pope doesn't much like her.
All right, well, then that's a good sign. I vote for her.
Yeah. The Pope thinks she's a stray she Catholic. Or a stray Catholic she, or a stray something. No, the Pope would not like her. Okay, so she is a Catholic, which is if you take all the stuff out of Catholicism, she is a Christian, which is something that the Democrats are very much against. So here we have a male Christian judge that Trump could nominate for Supreme Court. That's going to blow some Democrats' brains all over the pavement. How could you not like that?
Headshot.
Well, typically I am for hiring or giving the position to the person who is best qualified, no matter whether they're a woman or a man. But I see your point on this, and I have to agree.
Okay, I am too. And in this case, I think this woman can kill more Democrats than anybody else. So that makes her more qualified than anybody else for the job.
Well, and plus, plus while she's in the bathroom, she can see what's her name, Mida Sawyer or whatever her name is doing in there. Just keep eyes on that woman, because somebody's got to keep eyes on her.
Is that a woman? Anyway. And plus, she understands the Constitution is all about the Constitution. You know, if you're going to be in a Supreme Court justice position, you should be about the Constitution. That's all. I don't care about your policies. I don't care about your religious beliefs. I don't care about anything else. And I don't think she does either. Is it constitutional or not? And that's all there is about it. Democrats hate her because they're all about policy making. They want to use a Supreme Court in position of where the Congress can't get it done. That's wrong. The only thing that the Supreme Court should do is say, yes, this is constitutional. No, that's not constitutional. That's it. And I think that Amy Coney Barrett will do the job very well. And plus, it'll kill Democrats via aneurysms. So it's going to be great.
So it's a win-win.
Win-win.
You know what, mentioning that, I am blown away lately by the amount of people I have met that don't know there are 3 different branches of government. And they don't know the 3 different branches of government.
Are you serious?
Yes. I've gotten into heated arguments with people, and I say no. There's legislative, that's for one thing. Then there's the Supreme Court, that's for another. And they're like, what? And I'm just like, you don't know there's 3 branches of government? Nope.
Is this at work or on the streets?
Just people I've met in general lately. I mean, with some work, but others just in general.
Oh, my goodness. I need to fly out there with my camera, and we need to do the homie on the street thing.
Yeah, I think it would be very comical.
Yeah, especially with my accent. It's going to be great. Yeah. So, well, you know what? We've talked about this before. You are our contact with the liberal people.
Yes, I'm behind enemy lines.
Yes, you are. Very much so. What do they think about this?
About what?
Well, about the constitutional thing, about the Supreme Court nominees and that kind of stuff.
Well, like I said, most of them don't understand how it works, so they have a very skewed sort of outtake or outlook on it because they don't know how it works. They just sort of follow whatever the news tells them. So if if the news is telling them this woman is bad, she shouldn't be in there, that's all they're going to say. They won't know why. They'll just parrot what they've heard on the news.
Come on, Sass. Look, you're behind enemy lines. You talk to these crazy people all the time. Why? You must have some kind of conglomerate opinion that you can give us. Why do they think it's bad? The Constitution, or constitutional outlook in life, or whatever.
Well, they don't necessarily think the Constitution is bad. They just don't understand how our government works. They were never taught. I mean, they went to California public schools.
So, what is their position on this? What do they want?
Well, I can sum that up really easy. Impeach 45. That's all they want. They don't know why. They don't know that he can't be impeached. They just parrot what they hear on the news.
Well, that's kind of scary. So what they know they want is to impeach 45.
That's what a lot of them say, yes.
But they don't know why, and they don't know what the replacement should be.
Oh no, they know what they think the replacement should be. They think the replacement should be whoever they say. Hillary, I don't know, Pelosi, Schumer, anybody. But it's like, it doesn't work that way. You guys understand this, right? And they don't.
Okay, so if they remove Trump, who do they want to replace Trump with? Well, I'm sure it's not Pence. But they probably don't even understand that Pence is the one that will replace Trump, do they?
Well, they're just like children. They don't know what they're asking for, and then if they got it, they would scream about that as well. Because if they did remove Trump, then it would be Pence, and they'd say, "Oh, no." If you say, "Okay, who do you want them to replace Trump with?" They say, "Oh, anybody but Trump. Trump's just horrible." So, okay, say we did get rid of Trump. Now Pence is in there. All right, well, you're there. You're happy. Trump's out. Oh no, Pence is horrible. Anybody but Pence. They're stupid.
And they vote.
That's the scariest part. They vote.
It's like a scary movie or something.
Yes.
I mean, really, it is, because these people have no idea how our government's supposed to work, but they know what they want.
Well, why do you think so many of them think, "Oh, socialism, that sounds fun"?
Well, because they don't know how our government works, and they know what they want, but they don't know how their desire works either. If they understood how their desire worked, they'd be really, really scared. Well, I think we should all be scared.
Well, yeah, we should. This whole thing has opened my eyes to how many people just don't know how things work or why they work the way they do.
Well, I would say read more, but I don't think they teach that in school anymore, do they?
Well, I mean, you can read all the transgender books and the books about snowflakes and, the dog that thought he was an alligator. Stuff like that, but no, you don't read any actual historical facts or anything like that.
Yeah, that's a shame. Well, look here. And I'm talking to you as if you're a foreigner, because in my mind, you are kind of a foreigner.
Yes,
because you're out there
I am from
behind enemy war.
I am
lines.
from the communist area known as California.
Yes. Well, I have a question for you, comrade. In your part of the country, how is unemployment?
I think unemployment here is doing pretty good. The last
So it's high unemployment?
No.
Or low unemployment?
No, last time I checked, it was low. A lot
Okay.
a lot of jobs.
So everybody's working.
It would seem that way. Everybody that wants to work is working.
Okay. How many signs do you see that says help wanted?
Occasionally, I see one of those.
Okay. And the reason why I'm asking is I understand that nationwide unemployment levels are at the all-time lows.
That's what I understand, yes.
Help wanted is at all-time highs. But we still have people on welfare.
Well, just like I said right when you started talking, I said the people that want to work are working.
Yeah. At the same time, they are screaming that we need more people coming across the border to plug holes in unemployment.
Of course they are.
Yeah, that befuddles me. Do you remember a fellow named Elvis Presley?
Yes, I do.
His dad was from Tupelo, Mississippi, and they packed up and moved to Memphis, Tennessee. Was it Memphis, Tennessee? Memphis. They moved up north from where they're at. The reason why is because Elvis Presley's dad didn't have a job, so they packed everything up in a truck and they moved up north to the next state. Why is it that people are supposed to sit down where they're at? They lost a job, or they ain't never had a job, and then right here, this is where they found themselves. And plop, I'm here until I get a job. I'm given a job. Until then, I'm supposed to be given money. Where's Fresno?
Fresno is just about in the middle of the state.
Middle of the state. Is that kind of out in the countryside?
Yeah, it's a lot of. We call it the land of the dirt people.
The land of dirt people.
Yeah, because it's just dirt. Lots of dirt in Fresno.
Well, that doesn't sound very nice, but where's San Francisco compared to Fresno?
They are on the coast, and they're a little higher up the state. They're about an hour away from Fresno.
an hour away from Fresno. Okay, is there a train or a bus that goes from San Francisco to Fresno?
Oh, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's an Amtrak or something.
Okay. Okay. And forgive me for not knowing the geography of that area, but Guadalajara, Tijuana.
Those would be, those would be in the great nation of Mexico.
Mexico. How far is from the border of Mexico to Fresno? How far would you say that is?
Probably about an 8-hour drive.
8-hour drive. Okay. Okay, help me out here. Midway of the northern portion of Mexico, not the border, but let's just say the upper part of Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
How far is that to the border, would you say? Now, I'm asking because I figured no more about Mexican geography than I do because I'm over here in Alabama.
Probably 3 hours, about 3 hours from the border.
Let's add extra because some of them's going to be walking. So we're talking 4 plus 8 is 12 versus 1. Why do we have to import illegals to go 12 hours from their homeland to pick berries or almonds or maters or whatever in the Fresno area when we have people who have no jobs in one state alone? What I'm asking is, why do we have unemployment in America and these jobs can be filled by people in America instead of bringing them from other countries? Mexico, Guatemala, whatever.
Well, you want me to let you in a little secret there, Denton?
I do.
The Democrats, liberals, anytime they say anything about illegal immigration and bringing people over, whether, it's for the jobs, it's for diversity, it's for this, it's for that, they're lying. The only reason they want to bring them here is to flood our system and get more voters. Because the only way their way of politics works is with chaos.
Sasquatch, that's very cynical for you to say that.
I'm a very cynical Sasquatch. Say that 3 times fast.
I ain't even going to try.
Cynical Sasquatch, cynical Sasquatch, cynical Sasquatch.
Yeah, well, that's pretty good. But then again, using radio for a lot of years. People need to understand that, though. We have people in this country that, even though we are record low unemployment, we have a lot of jobs that need to be filled. We still have people who will not take a job. I don't give a damn if you pour it with honey and give them $100 bills on top of it. They won't take that job because, there's a $100 bill on it, but by golly, they still have to work for it.
Yeah, and we also have a bunch of people leaving college that have taken crap courses, gotten crap degrees, and then they want to be put into CEO positions of companies. And because of the way they were taught and brought up, they think, that's just the way it works. They don't understand you actually have to work your way up.
They need to pick berries.
That's a good idea. I could see a few astronomy majors out there picking berries. Philosophy majors.
No. We're laughing, but think about it now. You give somebody who's got a bachelor's degree and you make them pick berries for a couple of years, they have the education and some experience, and they may be a Walmart manager.
They might.
Put the two together and there may be something.
They should be damn happy to have that job, too.
Well, they should, but it won't be. Anyway, that's all I've got to bitch about this week. What do you have?
Well, I got something that just right in that wheelhouse you're talking about here. Have you heard of the Walkaway movement?
Oh, yeah.
Let me pull up my little thing here.
Hey, can I plug somebody?
Sure, go for it.
You remember Quam Adams we had on the show a few months ago?
Yes, I do. I enjoyed having Quam quite a bit.
Quam Adams, it's Kuau. It's Kuau. How do you spell his name? Just figure it out. Quam Adams.
You got to look
Prepperforms.
I got to look on my Skype.
Look at Skype. Stand by, everybody.
I'll probably end up. Here we go. Quam, Kwuam, Adams.
Yes, he put out a fantastic video that had his wife on there, and she explained exactly how she walked away.
Oh, that's
Now,
awesome.
when Quam and his wife met, she was a Democrat, and he was already, as they say, woke. And this video explains exactly how he kind of gently led her from the Democratic Party. As a matter of fact, I put on prepperformance.net on one of the threads there, and it'll be a great thread for anybody, or a video for anybody to watch. Be gentle when you're talking to people, because guess what? You may be awakened, you may know what you're talking about, but these people who are not awakened, don't awaken them abruptly, because you'll just make them go into a coma. No good.
Well, this guy that started it, I guess his name is Brandon Straka.
The homo.
Yeah, he was a gay guy, and he thought he should be a Democrat because that's what they tell you. Oh, you're gay, you're a minority, you should be a Democrat. Most people just say,
Kill me.
oh, all right, sure. So anyway, let's see. The creator of a social media movement urging liberals to detach themselves from the Democratic Party said he was denied service at a camera store because of his campaign. Brandon Straka started the Walkaway campaign, which shares video stories of people who decided to disassociate themselves from liberalism. Straka appeared on Justice with Judge Jeanine Saturday night and said that he tried to purchase camera equipment at a New York City store but was questioned by the cashier. The cashier said, "Are you planning to use this equipment for alt-right purposes?" Straka said the salesperson recognized him from his campaign and said that he could not sell anything to him because he did not support the Walkaway campaign. To me, that's where you call the store manager and you say, okay, you need to shut up and let me talk to your manager, and then you explain what's going on. But apparently he didn't do that. According to the movement's Facebook page, it's meant to encourage and support those on the left to walk away from divisive tenets. Straka said following his encounter at the electronics store, he started shaking because he hadn't experienced negative backlash like that before. Now, I'm all for this guy walking away, and I'm glad he did. And, you know, I'm happy to welcome him to this side, I guess you could say. But you can tell that he is a snowflake because this bothered him. And just like Judge Jeanine said, this is what we've been dealing with for a very long time. And I guess now that he's just feeling it too, it's kind of freaking him out a little bit.
Well, the kid didn't understand. First off, he's not gay. He's homosexual.
Is he happy?
No, he's just, I don't know. He may be happy, but he's a homosexual.
All right.
But it's beside the point. Is this for the alt-right movement? No, I'm into astronomy.
Well, to tell you,
Mars is going to be the closest it's ever been in a bazillion years come August, and I want the proper equipment to photograph Mars.
I can understand doing that, but at the same time, he shouldn't have to do that. If you go into a store to purchase something, you've got the legal tender, then you purchase it. And the person...
You're absolutely right. You shouldn't have to do that. But the guy asked you a question there. Is this because of this? Because if this is it, I'm not going to sell it to you. No, it's because of that.
Well, I would have said, no, this is because if you don't sell it to me, I'll punch you in the nose.
Well, you're a Sasquatch, and you can probably break somebody's neck just from making a punch in somebody's nose. But the rest of us mere mortals, we have to think quick on our feet.
That's true.
Unless we're snowflakes, then we try to look for a reason to make a scene. Don't make a scene, just lie a little bit.
And just so everybody knows, I'm joking about punching the guy. I wouldn't stoop to violence over something stupid like that.
So says a Sasquatch who supposedly joked about punching a human in the face.
Well, you stinky humans.
That's right.
Get your damn human hands off me.
Now you're saying, Brian or Denton, you're a Christian, you're lying. No, I'm not lying. I'll actually take a photograph of Mars. Okay, I'll do that.
Oh, you're still stuck on Mars, huh?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, this is a lie. Well, pardon me. This is an excuse I'll give him to sell me the equipment. I'll take a picture of Mars, and then I'll take a picture of alt-right, whatever pictures that the guy was going to take.
Well, but the Walkaway movement isn't alt-right.
No, it's not.
So
it's no longer left.
The moron behind the counter was just wrong on that. But yeah, it's just more stupidity from the left. The funny thing is they can't see this. This guy started the Walkaway, so all they did by doing this was prove him right.
And that's why Donald J. Trump is going to win the second time. And we're going to gain a bunch of seats come November.
Well, it would certainly seem that way.
And you know what? If it was just, left versus, well, I say left, it was Democrat versus Republican like it used to be back in Kennedy's days, I would say, well, whatever, whoever wins the competition. But nowadays, we're talking life or death for a republic.
That's very true.
These cats are actually looking for socialism.
Yeah, a lot of them are.
And so, we're either we can win it on the political platform there, the battleground, or we can win it on the actual ground meets blood background. I don't want to go there because I'm old.
Well, I think most of us don't want to go there. We're willing to go there if we need to, but we don't want to go there.
Yeah. But, the Democrat, it's kind of funny because these little punks who want to scream, oh, we'll kick your ass, really? My goodness, I'm 54 years old, but I bet I can shoot straighter than they can. But, let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Quit kicking people out of your stupid restaurants. You know what I'm saying? Quit kicking people out of your camera stores.
Well, I'm taking the exact opposite approach to that than you are. I'm saying continue to do it because all that does is move people to the right.
Well, look, when they go low, we go high.
I'm going to start calling you Michelle.
Oh, that's nasty. Well, you're right.
Well, I think the moral of this whole story is, we seem to think that Trump's going to win again, and that the right side is faring fairly well, but it's never time to rest on our laurels. So we need to keep getting people to come to our side, make sure we get out to vote, and prepare for doom and gloom because it's always possible.
Well, my opinion is, where I stand is, my position is, yo, bitch. Yeah, did I say anything about my wife making a drink for me?
Yeah, you did earlier.
Okay, good.
You sound like you're going to fall asleep.
Well, thank you. I firmly believe that where we are at now in this country is we're so split. We have these people who don't know where we came from, who are fighting with those who want to go where our founding fathers wanted us to go, that we are we're at a crossroads, dude. I mean, there's no place where we can talk. The socialists don't want to talk to us because they want to kill us.
Well, there's the key. I mean, we're at a place we can talk because we're all about talking. They want to talk. We're happy to have a constructive conversation with them, but they don't want to talk. They just want to yell at us and try to shut us up.
But, I remember the days of, who is that? You remember the Vietnam veterans, the Vietnam era, my God, forgot. A lot of the rock and roll songs during that time where they were talking about peace and what's that sound? Everybody look what's coming down, that kind of stuff.
You're fired.
They were the left at the time. And they wanted to talk. And they wanted everybody to listen. And they had something to say, and everybody feel what they're saying. And they want to talk about what we were talking about and they were talking about. Nowadays, those same people want to shut us down.
You're fired.
The liberals have taken the societal upper ground, and they don't want to talk.
You're fired.
Look, I just want to say, I want everybody to have a life, freedom, liberty. I don't think Trump's against that. I think he's for that.
Can I get a pursuit of happiness also?
Pursuit of happiness, yes.
You're fired.
If you can't catch it, it's your problem, not my problem. Okay? But the liberals are wanting to shove everything down our throats. to include socialism. Well, socialism means you're taking from me and you're giving to somebody else. There's a problem. Okay, so they have gotten the societal upper ground, and they want to shove all this crap down our throats, and there's a problem. Well, if you don't want to talk about it, that means we're going to have to fight about it.
Denied.
Because a lot of us are not going to give up what we worked for to give to you, to give to somebody else. And I don't care if it's to yourself.
You're
It doesn't
fired.
matter.
You're fired.
So the only thing I can say is, oh my gosh, drink up.
And-
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
Sass, get out of there. Bring that nurse girl with you. Bring your family with you. Get out of California.
You're fired.
Because I know for a fact, I was stationed there. There's a lot of good people there.
You're fired.
But now there's a lot of bad people, and there's too many bad people there, so you've got to egress.
You're fired.
If you can get other guys out of there and girls out of there who are like you, do it.
You're fired.
But you guys are doomed.
So drink
Do you
up.
drink?
Bye, Felicia.
Let's try this again come Wednesday or Thursday. Hey, maybe we'll do a better job.
You're fired.
By then, my wife will not be on that time of the month, and I will not be drunk.
You're fired.
Good night, y'all.
You're fired.
Y'all.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
That's funny.
Oh, tiptoe through the window, by the window.
Here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known.
You're fired.
Bye, Felicia.